is my fellow colleague Michelle, and today we're going to be talking to you about the newly shortlisted book How to Be Both by Ali Smith, which we both thoroughly enjoyed, so just get ready to listen to a gush fest.
You go first.
Yes, so
we should say shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize 2014.
Yes. So I'll talk about. There's a slightly confusing thing about this book, but don't let it put you off.
It's part of the grand design.
It's part of the grand design. How to Be Both really ties in with that. There are actually two stories within this book, and Michelle and I deliberately read the two different versions of the book. You don't know until you pick up your copy and start reading it what version you're going to have.
Which story comes first.
So pretty much there's two stories. Some of the half of the copies have one story first, and the other half of the copies have the other copy first. You can't tell from looking at the cover or anything, it's just a luck of the draw. So the story that I got first was this set sort of 2013 about a teenage girl named George. She's very, very precocious, very, very interested in language, which I think must reflect Ali Smith's interest in language, and she has recently lost her mother, so she is just her mum died, so she's just talking about how going through like events before when her mum was here and events after, and describing some things that they've done together. Also going to a trip to Italy to visit this fresco in the, where is it? I can't remember
geography. Oh no, that's the worst question to ask me.
So,
which town was it?
the other story is about this painter called...
The fresco painter who
they go to see.
To visit.
So one story is set in 2013 and the other one is set in the 16th century. So if you, like Michelle and I was texting her while we're reading it saying, oh, I'm really loving this book. I said something about what I was reading and she had no idea what I was talking about because she was reading the Italian story first. But then they, as all good books do, weave together completely magically but quite subtly. There's no third part at the end where everything all joins up. You just have these stories.
The ripples run through them both.
That's great. And one thing I'd like to mention before I pass it on to Michelle is that the cover, which is very, very beautiful, really represents a lot of what's within the story. So I think if you're really interested in art and art history as
an identity,
it would be so great. So Michelle?
Can I hold it while I talk about it? I found it really hard to review books this and I'm holding in my hands. I think I won't go talk at length except to say that I started this book and I started reading from the artist's perspective, and wherever I was in my head I couldn't get into it, and I went away for a week and came back and then read it over the course of 3 days and sent Jenna a text in the middle of it saying I'm completely in love with this book, and I am. I finished it yesterday. I can't get it out of my head. I can't get it out of my heart. It's so warm and it's so clever. The motifs that ripple the whole way through the book, that feeling that she's just caught lightning in a bottle, and that idea of transience and identity and gender, and we were trying to explain it to a customer that came to the bookshop today what it was about, and I don't know how to explain what it's about except to say that it's about the experience of being a human and the imprints you leave and the layers of imprint that you leave and everything that you do that's witnessed by you and by everybody after you. And it's just, I think what she's done is just so extraordinary and so unique that really the only thing to do is to buy it and read it, because it's really special. It's really, really special, and I would encourage it. I just encourage you to come and buy it.
And we think it's going to win, even though we haven't read all of the shortlist yet. But
we'd like to go down on the record.
We'd like to go
this
record.
Is going to win.
Yeah, it's just so. She really changes what a book or how characters or how a story is told she changes that and plays with it, and can maybe even confuses you a little bit as well, which, because in some parts of the book I think you really have to work hard at some of the passages.
Yeah.
And it's just so magical reading a book that makes you feel differently about reading, and really takes you on this great journey of these characters, but say so much with not saying that a lot, you know?
Yeah, there's an amazing quote in the book. And actually, as a matter of fact, I've never written down so many quotes from a book as I have from this book in such a long time. I'm just writing down things that appear in both of the stories, which is quite a unique thing for me. But yeah, there's an idea about nothing being about nothing, and then it actually being about something, which is the completely inarticulate version of that quote. But yeah, there's this amazing ephemera of feeling an idea, and it's like just as you catch it, it's gone.
Yeah.
And I don't know how she did that, but
yes.
Yeah.
So
We should
Ellie
shut
Smith,
up.
yeah. I think I love the accidental, I love the but for the, but I feel like this is just on another tier, and she's really excelled in this new book, so we highly recommend it. Thank you.
Thank you.